Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? We broke him. We broked him. Oh man, wake up and smell the coffee, man. Let me join you, Godot. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? I mean, we have a convicted felon running for president. No politics, remember? No politics. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. No way, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Cain Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that? Heh 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 heh. An excellent point. Come on, man. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. Might you, my merry murderous motive manifest? I love I love that I read that on the very first pass without making a single mistake. A second wind. I love second wind. I love breaking wind. He must have had his very strong motive for murder. The only one with any motive we've seen is Rhonda Light. Rhonda. Like Shondaland. Shondaland. You know, like Grey's Anatomy and Bridgetown. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were. I'd be honored to, Sir Old-Timer, sir. Despite our lack of a hard-on, this may be our only chance. Never mind. Oh boy. Motive for murder. I, Luke Atme, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Cain Bullard decides to investigate mask to mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Rhonda Light. Yes, we've established that. And we've established that too. The defendant truly believes he is mask to mask. That's why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Cain Bullard. So the victim, Cain Bullard, blackmailed the defendant. Well, unless he didn't. Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't put it past Luke to forge Cain Bullard's handwriting. Let's press everything. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atme and Cain Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. But they're linked by Ron Delight. Isn't that enough of a link? That was blunt. In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. Cain Bullard. Okay. Well, he didn't mistake who he was. From the Old Norse mistaka, to mean to take an error. That wasn't what I meant. Just who did the victim mistake mask to mask to be? The answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course. I don't think the blackmail letter had anything to do with mask to mask. Then again, Ron just told us that every crime he committed as mask to mask was from the blackmail letter. Now I'm confused. So somebody was writing blackmail letters to Ron, telling him how to carry out the crimes. And up until now, I assumed that the blackmail letter was from the CEO, explaining that he was going to tell everybody how he breached the company's data and how he didn't want his wife to find out. But now I realize that that's too much of a weird coincidence from Ron to be getting blackmail letters from two different people. So that is really starting to make my head spin. So I'll keep that under my lid for now, but Thank you for humoring me, by the way. I had to go on a bit of a rant there. He got the wrong impression. What? I doubt he would have got that impression from reading the article. I don't think that was a reading. I don't know. It didn't make sense to me. It says bring $50,000, and the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's. There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it. I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere. An addressee? This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment, and Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder, I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant? Oh, okay. Do I have any evidence of it? For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, aren't you quite satisfied? Did I press every statement? I don't think so. So we'll get back to that. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Explain yourself. Zvari. KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies, and since I was a security team chief, I stole data from the company. Kane Bullard had yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is understandable, which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief. Here is a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullard's office, evidence that Mr. Bullard was receiving money through blackmail. However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money, even though he wasn't actually mask to mask? On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. He truly believes Ron to be mask to mask. Blah, blah, blah. What do you mean? You have a memo from Desiree. Oh, we get the lot of hard music again. Ronnie thinks he's mask to mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. God. Well, Mr. Trite, was he trying to act like Miss Delight right now? I thought he was actually pretty convincing. Okay, are you gonna be a dear and add that to my court record for me, or no? Of course not. You're a piss potato. You're all piss potatoes. I hate you. It's a long story. You're a long story. The long and winding road that leads to your door. I've seen that road before. Was the blackmail letter really intended for Ron? So, okay. I'm gonna press every statement again, and I'll skip through it, and unless we find anything interesting. Is this new? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money even though he wasn't actually mask to mask? On that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance. Oh, that wasn't new, apparently. Whoa, okay, I don't remember that last part about the red diamond. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Huh. Okay, let's go for it. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atme? Well, don't mind if I do. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know where a walking contradiction like you. I'm a walking paradox. No, I'm not. You're one to talk. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Don't call me Junior. Show us the contradicting evidence in the what? How? Wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, we don't... I was gonna say, the contradicting evidence is the red diamond. And now my plan has been shaken to the core. Can we just present it again? The red diamond you received the other... Oh, well, and here's the thing, right? The Tear of Emanon jewel. Well, isn't that blue? Isn't that blue, anyway? I kind of want to see what happens if we present this. Or this. Crap, I don't know which one to do. A little 2-1 punch like that wouldn't even faze me. I think you mean 1-2 punch. Okay. No, I was right. The red diamond, and then I have to show the picture that shows it was actually a blue diamond. See, I was confused because I was like, oh, I had some like stupid thought like, oh, that's not a diamond, that's a sapphire or something. So it was something some totally unrelated thing. But no, I'm pretty sure this is right. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. Look at this photograph. It contains a picture of the Tear of Emanon. The stolen jewel. This problem is this jewel's color. Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. Yeah, we can tell, Godot. That's why you wear that mask, isn't it? In the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Emanon that Mask the Mask stole at all. Now we're getting somewhere. And your point is, Mr. Trite, so you were trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else. That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite? That's what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Well, that's what you're trying to say, right, Nick? Yes. This is who Cain Bullard was actually black... What? Naturally, it was you, Detective Atney. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Mask to Mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? A bee? Probably the one wrapped... Oh, shoot, I didn't even think about that. Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger.